Welcome, everybody, to Michigan International Speedway for the Ray Cobb Memorial Race in memory of the 45 Ray Cobb. I'm here with Intensity Broadcasting. My name is Joe Wright, and I'm joined by Josh Hall. And it's with regret that we pass on to all people watching that Ray Cobb has succumbed to cancer and has passed on. Josh, how's it going?
Man, I'm doing all right. It's good to be back here in the booth. I know it's a somber moment tonight, but looking forward to getting this race underway.
Yeah, so Ray Cobb was a big part of the iRacing community here, and especially to these guys here at the Original Rebels Racing League. Over the past week, they've done a couple of other memorial get-togethers and races, and been really pushing to supply the Cobb family with some donations. And at lap 45 tonight, we're gonna come to all stops and have a prayer from a fellow iRacer, Charlie Elmore. So stay tuned for that. If you're into or new Ray, I got some other stuff here for you as well. So if you would like to donate to help out Ray's family, you can PayPal or get with Matt Geis at Original Rebels Racing, and he'll get that money over to him. Like I said, they've already raised over $1,000, $1,150 for the cause. So if you're into that and you want to help out or like to give them guys some help, just go ahead and get with Matt Geis on that. I'll leave that up for a second. We're at Michigan International Speedway. 3 minutes or so left here in practice. We're going to qualify. Then we're going to do 75 laps. And like we said, we'll have a stoppage there about lap 45 for a prayer from Charlie Elmore. So that'll be a moment of silence in dedication to Ray Cobb. Well, we got a couple of minutes. I want to tell you about Ray Cobb in case you didn't know about him. Raymond Ashby Cobb, born August 27, 1967, passed on January 17th, 2021 at age 53. Raymond was born to his parents Robert and Suzette Cobb in Virginia. He grew up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and moved to Vicksburg in 2018. Ray was a Star Wars addict and a diehard LSU Tigers football fan. His hobbies included iRacing and putting Star Wars figurines together. Ray served 6 years in the U.S. Marine Corps and contracted cancer while serving our country. Ray outlived his doctor's given life expectancy by over 2 years, which just shows the fight and the grit that someone has to keep working, keep striving, despite what a doctor may tell you. So if you're battling it, keep that head up, keep that thing going, because Ray did it for 2 years, man. He fought this thing. Ray survived, is survived by his life partner, Jackie Sturgis, his mother, Suzette Cobb, and his in-laws. Original Rebels Racing League has officially and permanently retired the number 45. Just awesome tribute to an awesome guy. And each week, there will be a Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award issued to the driver that made the biggest move through the field. So, Ray, you may be gone, but you're not forgotten, my friend. Rest in peace. About 1 minute here left in practice, and currently at the top of the board is Chris McLean. Josh, You've spent the last couple of weeks battling one of the toughest things anyone can attest to, I bet, hey?
Yeah, that was still a little bit recovering, but it's good to be back here in the booth, get some normalcy back in my life. For those who don't know, I had about a 3.5 week long battle with COVID, and I ended up getting pneumonia from it as well. So it's good to be back here, be able to call races. My good friend Joe here, seeing these guys in the original Rebels League. I've missed this. I really have. These guys are something I look forward to every Sunday, and being isolated in my bedroom by myself for the last 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks has been tough. But I've been watching these guys still every Sunday night, so
So I
it's
had
good to be
fun.
back.
I had fun with Eddie calling the races, but I definitely missed being able to tease you. So I'm glad you're back, and we're gonna hopefully see a really good race tonight. And man, what a tribute these guys have got going on for such a great guy. I'm excited to see who's gonna win that Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award. So that'll be cool to see.
It's funny too, because as you were reading that, I that name sounded familiar outside of iRacing. And I couldn't figure it out. I am also an avid Star Wars fan and a collector of toys and memorabilia, and I've seen that name before in a couple of the Star Wars groups I'm part of as well. So it's kind of cool to see that remembrance on a couple different planes for such a great man.
Yeah, got a lot in common with him. Hey, Josh, man.
I think. I mean, I think me and him spoke a few times about a
I
couple
feel like I
collectibles.
feel like Ray also did some races with you and I in FND at some points as well. So
I believe he did. Yeah. So
uh,
it's kind of cool.
you know it,
Something
it
like that comes full circle.
it's wild. Josh and I had a great friend pass away last year about this time, and man, if we don't, I don't. I mean, I think about him every turn four coming to a green flag, but it's amazing the friends and the people you meet on this thing and the community that exists among drivers here on iRacing. People who respect each other, get along, and have a common interest. And I'll tell you what, man, there's nothing like it. Having a bunch of people that can really do you good.
Yeah, it's like one of my groomsmen, or a buddy of mine, Jason Loy, that we met here on iRacing, and everybody is like, "Oh, how do you know Jay? How'd you meet this guy?" Oh, met him online. And it's turned into a really good friendship over the years, and like I said, he stood up for me at my wedding. So it's amazing the relationships that you can gain from just sitting at home playing on your computer.
Yeah, it's me and you, 10 years.
Exactly.
So yeah, that enough can't be said for the amount of people and the things that you can learn from others on here. Um, so far, Christian, the coach Deadman's top of the board in that three machine with a 39.85. Second, you got Josh Lokovitz, 39.87, and Garrett Kinder, 39.89. Now, I ran here last night with these original Rebel guys in the Cup cars, and loose early, a little bit tighter as the run went on, loose later on. If you take care of your ride, you're going to be fast toward the end. And who do we know, Josh, that's great at taking care of their stuff?
Zach Wetstein,
All right. So Zach
who's
and
sitting in the fourth spot.
yeah, so Zach and Sam said to me after the race, after I won it, said to me, "You came in here and you want to race on Original Rebels Racing Network in a intensity broadcasting car. So that's our good luck for tomorrow, right?" And I was like, I think so, because they run the original Rebel or the Rebels Racing Network cars here when we're broadcasting them. But man, Brett Redder to the top of the board with 39.83. That's gonna move Zach down to 7th and Sam to 5th. So we'll see what happens here. But right now, Brett Redder at the top of the board. Thomas Lee now, our winner from last week. He's on top.
A couple of familiar names I see more towards the top of the board tonight. James McClendon sitting in the top 10. He's in ninth right now. Charlie Elmore sitting in 10th. So it's nice to see some consistency, even though I haven't been here in a couple weeks.
Hey, but Charlie's been doing really well. I've seen him in the top 10 the last couple of weeks. Josh has been getting great finishes toward the end of the races and all. So, yeah, he's definitely changed his driving style and definitely making some moves here toward the top.
And then seeing names like Christian Dedman, Josh Lokovitz, Brett Retterer, all at the top of the board. It's some familiar names. I'm actually watching right now the 7 car. That is Jeff Paisley, who I've seen last couple of races that I called. He was pretty fast and up there towards the front too. So
I battled with Jeff Paisley last night in the Cup cars as well, man. That guy knows how to drive. He sent it on the last lap. He actually secured me the win. Got into Zach Wilson on the outside line, but man, he's definitely gonna go for it. We know he's one of those go-getters. So
yeah, he just moved up to the second spot with a 39.815.
there you go. To the chat here at Intensity Broadcasting, Brandon Wallace says, thank you guys. And Alex V says, number 45 forever racing with Ray tonight. So shout out to Alex for that. We're with you on that thought process, buddy. We're all racing and calling this thing with Ray tonight. Hopefully he's up there smiling from ear to ear. Brandon Wallace says, congrats on the win to me, of course. I mean, thanks, Brandon.
Listen, Brandon, we don't need Joe's head any bigger than it already is.
Stop it. I've only won
I mean,
one race all season.
It's hard enough to find him a set of headset that can fit that head. But no, I'm just playing around.
Yeah. I got lucky.
That sounds more like your skill. So
yeah. Josh Lokenvitz there in that 5th spot. Watch for him tonight. Garrett Kinder in the 6th as well. Eddie Morris up into the top 10 now with a 9th spot, and Brian Rupert in 10th as well. So we got some fast guys in that top 10. We got some fast guys in 11th through the rest of the field. I mean, everybody's got a shot at this thing. So,
I mean, the top 16 are within a tenth of each other, really. I mean, the pole is a 39.805, and 16th is a 39.999. So you're talking about less than 2/10. I mean, even 17th to 18th, back to 20th with Alex Veith with a 41.11. I mean, that's literally 2/10 from first to 20th.
This is what you get with guys running fixed setups, right? There's only a couple little things you can change. You can change the steering ratio, a little brake bias. But here in Michigan, these guys are running wide open. For the first 5 or 6, 7, 8, 10 laps, you can run wide open in the Cup cars. So I'd imagine in the trucks, you're running probably 10 laps wide open. And then, you might have to lift on entry just so you don't push. And then it's right back to the throttle again. So like we said, tires are going to be at a premium tonight. And we'll see who's going to win that race. This is not true. Well, it is true. I don't really care who wins tonight. I want to see who's going to be our first Ray Cobb Hard Charger winner.
Yeah, and from a little bit of my experience running the trucks here over the last couple seasons, because this is a track I always try to run the trucks at. You're wide open for about 15, 20 laps if you can save those tires. You have a lot of options, whether you want to run high, run low, run middle. You just don't want to run the very, very bottom line because it's going to get real loose down there with these trucks. But you'll see these guys all over the track, and we know that Michigan produces 3, 4, even 5 wide finishes from time to time.
Yep.
So it'll be
in the street stocks they do, but in trucks I would say we could possibly say 3 or 4 wide for sure. Right now we're at 20 concurrent viewers. I said last week, and I'm going to repeat it again this week. This goes for anybody watching. Share it. Get your friends, your family on the horn. Hey, this is a big big cause. We're trying to raise some money for the Cobb family, but also if we get over 50, viewers, I'll pay the Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award winning driver $5 iRacing credits. And then if we get over 100, I'll pay him 10. And for every 50, I'll give you $5. So, and I'm going to hold true to that for the rest of the season. For every driver that wins the Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award, if we get over 50 viewers, we'll push it up. Because that's what we do. Give back, right?
Absolutely.
So share it. Like it, subscribe it, give it away. And then hopefully we can get some donations to that Cobb family, and they can help them out. That'd be a great cause as well. And maybe that driver won't want the iRacing credits. Maybe they'll just want me to donate it to Ray Cobb's family. That'd be good.
Well, Joe, qualifying has just concluded.
It sure has. Grid time.
Oh.
And as they grid, we're going to take you through it. Give it a second, let them grid in here. And we'll real quick flip through. You guys can see it here in the broadcast. And no, my name is in there, but I am not racing with these guys tonight. All right, so let's go through the field. Starting in that pole position is going to be that 51 machine of Thomas Lee. Starting second is going to be Jeff Paisley, and that's 7.
In the second row, the 97 of Brett Rederer. And outside of him will be the 3 of Christian Dedman.
In row 3, Josh Lokenvitz from Baxter, Iowa, and Garrett Kinder in that 76 machine.
Sam Wetstein in the 98 is going to be rolling out in the 7th spot. And Dan Witt in the 91.
Watch for Dan. He's been fast lately. Eddie Morris in that Intensity Broadcasting car. Better bring it home, Eddie. Let's go. You got a lot to live up to. That 48 of Brian Rupert going to round out your top 10.
And the 4 of Zach Wetstein in the 11th spot, and James McClendon rolling out row 12 or spot 12.
Row 7 is going to see Charlie Elmore and William Griffith.
Chris McLean and Charles Feltz are going to roll out on row 8.
Aaron Adcock's going to start 17th, where Chris Heiner is going to start 18th.
Rich Yeoman rolling out 19th, and Alex Veith in 20th.
God, that mullet's great. Lance Sponberg, 21st. Mike Veith, father of Alex Veith, rolling out 22nd.
Well, it shows you as 23rd, but Joe
Buscemi's 23rd.
Buscemi is going to be 23rd, and Tia Swank in the 24th spot.
Mickey Isaac's going to roll off 25th, while Josh Oswald is 26th. I got
27?
you. Kyle Roberts. Roberts. Ray Page. Jason Lottridge, 29th. Brandon Wallace is going to roll off 30th. 31st is going to see Elliot Longenecker. He's going to be fast. Watch for him tonight. And that's the whole field.
I apologize. I was just going off the scoring sheet that I had in front of me.
Yeah, that's okay. So. All right, Thomas Lee. He's going to show us the way. That 51 Rowdy machine. The memory of Ray Cobb is with all these drivers as they get set here to take the green flag at Michigan International Raceway. Green is out. The 1 doesn't get going very fast. I'm sorry, the 51 of Thomas Lee doesn't get going. It gets a little bump. Maybe a little net code there. He's starting to blink as well.
And already in the back of the pack, we were seeing 2 and 3 and 4 wide as we funnel into turn number 1 and 2 here and roll down the backstretch.
Really watching them fan out. And you'll see some really good runs. Lots of draft here in the straightaways at Michigan. Even through the corners as well. Paisley settling into that second spot, but still we got 2 and 3 wide through the pack here. Redderer way down to the inside, onto the apron. Trying to take the shortest way around. Not necessarily the fastest when you're out of the draft here.
Now, and as the run goes on, we're going to see that high side really start to open up. I'm seeing the 98 of Sam Wetstein get a little loose there. He's actually going backwards right now. He's being passed by his son there as they're 3 wide down the backstretch. And already starting to see these trucks move around quite a bit. A couple of them getting a little loose there off the corner. Eddie Morris already up to the 7th spot. He's coming through the field pretty quickly.
And Thomas Lee starting to drive away a little bit from Jeff Paisley. As we see, who is that pushing pretty high there? Guess that was the 79 of Josh Lokenvitz. Brett Redderer down 3 positions already. Maybe a little strategy there for him. Eddie Morris goes to the inside now, looking to move himself into that 6th spot. Or 5th spot.
Yeah, watch that 97 truck get really, really loose earlier. Right off the bat, and he started sliding backwards. So, doesn't look like his truck's really handling right now for him, but as the run goes on, it's going to tighten up for him, and he'll be able to get himself back up there.
Christian, the coach, on the outside. Lokenvitz goes underneath. He's going to clear. We got a shot going now for second as Garrett Kinder goes under Jeff Paisley. He might even be looking to the lead here. And the Reaper Racing Whiskey Ride. I like that ride. Cool. No drafting help on that inside line, so the outside line gets the run down the straightaway. But the inside line is the shortest way around. We'll see what happens here. And Josh, right below that seam there where Kinder was just riding on, if you get below that, man, it can get a little sketchy down there.
Yeah, you're going to see the trucks run pretty much everywhere but down there. Although if the truck starts to get a little pushy, you can actually get down there and get the turn just a little bit. But it can get pretty sketchy if you try and do that.
Yeah, you can really use up the right front doing that as well, and right rear. On board with Jeff Paisley, and you can just see the difference here of the draft. He's out of the throttle a little bit. Kinder's kind of using that lower lane just a little bit to get through the corner, like you were saying, Josh.
You can kind of get the truck to turn down there just a little bit, but you don't want to do it too much because A, you can burn off that right rear pretty quickly, and B, it can get really unpredictable over time. But he's kind of diamond in the corners a little bit there, as Joe likes to do. Just kind of running down there on exit, trying to get the run off.
And Garrett's got a little bit of patience here behind that 51 machine. If he stays behind him there on the entry of the corner, he might have something for him here. And you can see him getting super loose off, getting down below that seam.
Amazing to see the patience that these guys are showing up front. Towards the back of the pack, there is no patience. These guys are still 2, 3, even 4 wide at times, trying to make things happen. So it's been pretty wild towards the back of the pack. The pack is actually, there's 2 separate packs right now. It seems like the first 14 cars are kind of just lined up and rolling. And then there's this second group back here
Oh, we got
that's
some
just,
super 3 wide back there. Wow.
yeah, that's what I say. These guys have been,
4 wide. They were just 4 wide for a second there coming out of turn 2. As we look at those guys there at the back, 3 wide again. Back to 2 wide. Tia Swank leading this pack, though.
yeah, TS has made up 10 spots since the start. Josh Oswald up 9 spots. Jason Lotteridge up to the 20th position. He's up 11. So we got some big movers towards the back of the field right now. But yeah, you can definitely see it's a hornet's nest towards the back right now.
Back toward the front, Brett Retterer underneath Eddie. Morris. It's like Lokenvitz shot up the hill. Lokenvitz real loose here. Eddie thought better of the 3 wide. He's just going to tuck in behind Lokenvitz on the outside. Zach Wetstein. Where did he come from? But here he comes.
And as the tires start to wear off, I really expect Zach, although he's way down on that bottom
Man,
for the 3
he
wide.
drove it down there too, and he's going to even have the speed off the corner to, nope, not quite make it there, but definitely clearing Eddie, as Eddie's under fire from a lot of drivers here on that low side, as he's stuck behind Lokenvitz and that 15 machine of Chris McLean.
Man, normally you cannot run down there, and they're 3 wide now coming down through the tri-oval.
Zach's going to lose that momentum here going down that apron. The draft is so necessary through the straightaways here. You have to kind of stay in it. When I was leading the race yesterday, I would kind of try to break the draft from those guys because they could get a good run on you, but if you broke it, it wasn't as effective for them. So.
These trucks, they punch a bigger hole in the air. You know, they're going to draft a little bit differently than the Cup cars are. So the draft for these guys is much more prominent and important than the Cup cars would be.
It's also more air moving around and can make you looser when you're behind someone as well. Zach now looking to the outside of the 15 machine.
We got a battle for the lead.
We sure do. Jeff Paisley. Kinder's actually leading this thing. He went around the 51. But Paisley to the inside now too, looking for second. And Paisley will run that down there, man. We battled just like this last night. Oh, wow. 51 to the inside now of Garrett Kinder. Thomas Lee looking underneath. Kinder's keeping it wound up on the outside line. He's going to clear him still. No slide job there.
You know, I was just about to say, it seems like this front group is kind of running patiently and running single file and pulling away from this group behind them that's racing hard. But now these guys up front are kind of taking turns racing, and now they're back to single file again. They're going to start pulling away.
And the coach is there. He's just watching patiently.
The coach is a smart driver. He likes to just sit back, kind of watch, see what's going on. Make sure, you know, he puts himself in a smart place.
Looked like Paisley was a little loose out of 4 there. Almost lost it. And you can see Kinder kind of blocking that inside run from the 51. And then now he's going to keep it up. So just a different line choice there. Keep the guy behind you guessing.
And these guys, if you look further back from them, you can see these guys still running 2, 3, and 4 wide down the backstretch.
Yeah, looks like Eddie Morris is going back underneath someone back there, as well as Zach Wetstein on the outside.
Yep, Eddie just went by Josh Lokovitz.
Here's a look from Zach Wetstein's ride.
Zach's running that real high line.
He's getting around
Trying to get
15 of McLean. Spears down. Wow.
that was tight.
But now he's got that run. He loves that bottom lane there, and that run he gets off of it. So
Yeah, it looks like he had the 15 of Chris McLean. Just had to check up a little bit when Zach came across his nose. Might have gave him a little arrow push because now here comes Eddie Morris underneath the 15. Josh Lokovitz and William Griffith also trying to slide on by the 15 here.
Zach moving down the track. That's going to help Eddie here. Back up to get entry to the corner. Zach or Eddie not clear. But here comes Eddie behind him. He's going to clear the 15 now. See if he can get back to the throttle and get off the corner. It looks a little bit loose off. Still clear.
And at the same time, William Griffiths now getting a good run, trying to get underneath Josh Lokovitz.
Back to the front. Kinder still leading. Nothing really happening up there. Looking at Lokenvince now with William Griffith behind him in that 12 machine. Chris McLean starting to maybe take a look here.
Now it looks like the field's really starting to spread out a little bit. It's really starting to show who's got what. As everybody's kind of run the same line, run single file, and a lot more single file than we saw earlier in the race, I should say.
Yep. And here comes Aaron Adcock now on the outside line. He's made up a bunch of positions already, too. He's up 4. Biggest mover of the race right now, and your current Ray Cobb Award winner would be, looks like Jason Lottridge in that 17th spot, up 14 positions. So, working lap 18 right now. These 4 guys out front decided we're just going to go for the long haul here. Enough racing each other and letting these guys catch us. Let's go step out on them a little bit now. And they're up to 1.5 over Zach Wetstein. So there's Zach. Here's a look inside.
Yeah, Brett Ritter is starting to catch that group of 4 up there. So.
Zach was 0.3 faster last lap than the lead pack, though, so I don't think it'll be long before he's there.
No, he's got that draft, and I think those guys up front might be trying to save a little bit of fuel too. I mean, this is Michigan is known for fuel mileage races, so some of these guys might be trying to play a little strategy. But for as much 3 and 4 wide as we saw, we haven't seen a yellow flag yet.
Been quite clean, actually, throughout the field. I don't think anybody's really even been loose. Maybe a little loose off from Paisley that one time we saw him. But, yeah, lots of action throughout the field. Really good racing here, especially at the front, those top 4.
Yeah, I did see Sam Wetstein get a little loose earlier, have some problems. He actually dropped way back to the 14th spot right now, so he's got some work to do to get back up there. One of our bigger movers in the wrong direction. Is that 84 of Jason Lottridge has actually moved up another position. He's plus 15 now.
Yep, he's hunting down Tia Swank. Elliot Longenecker plus 14 as well. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, he's battling right now with Charles Feltz.
They're back in that second pack. And when and if that front pack gets to them, Garrett Kinder and them, they're going to have their work cut out for them trying to get around this gaggle of cars back here.
Still, I mean, we're only talking, the leaders are going into turn 1 right now. The tail of the pack's coming off of turn 4 right now. So the field is still pretty packed up right now. There's not a lot of, no worries about lap traffic at this point. And I don't think there will be for quite some time.
Yeah, I mean, it's all within like, I don't know, 8 seconds or so of each other. So you're right. As Paisley shooting up underneath Thomas Lee now for second place. Not able to clear. Lee holding strong on the outside line. Kinder moves down. He's going to pull Paisley a little bit here. That's going to keep them guys behind him side by side as they go into turns 1 and 2 again.
And Elliot Longenecker has got around Ray Page now. So he is also up 15 spots working for that Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award.
Jeff Paisley's still working the bottom side here. Nothing doing right now. He stayed there, though. And this is just Thomas Lee keeping it wound up on that outside line and getting the run down the straightaway. That's what's keeping him out there. And Paisley not having anything to draft. Kinder loves to see this in the mirror. That means there's no pressure on him, and these guys are running their tires off those things. So Paisley hard into the corner here.
A little bit of a side draft too, trying to get that car on the bottom loose, and that'll happen if you drive in too hard on someone's door. You can actually make that other truck loose here. So usually the car on the bottom, which would have been Paisley.
Looks like Paisley gave it up that time.
And a little update here. Elliot Longenecker has got around Alex Veith. So now he's up 16 spots and
Hey, Josh.
currently are. What's that?
Guess who joined the party?
Zach Wetstein.
Over a second and a half back. He's now caught up with these guys. We know Zach's good on those long runs.
You know, Zach is probably the best at saving tires I've ever seen on iRacing in any of the leagues we've run. So it's no surprise that he's up there battling with that lead group right now.
Aaron Adcock up to the 9th position. He's moved up 8 spots since the beginning of the race. That's your update for Stacy, who's shouting out for Go Adcock. Ray Rupert, let's see where Brian is. Where is he? Where is he? There he is.
Whoa.
He's right there behind them, guys. Just a couple cars back in the 12th spot, down 2 positions. Robbie Heiner, let's see where Chris is at. Chris Heiner back there in the 21st spot, back 3 positions from the start. Maybe having a tough go of it here early. Alex Veith right there in front of him, and that 13 machine and the 41. You got Ray Page on the outside, like you said, Josh, up 10 positions.
Yep.
Longenecker and Lottridge, both 16 up, though.
Yep, they're both working hard for that Ray Cobb Award tonight.
We watch Thomas Lee now, 0.4 seconds ahead of Kinder and Redderer. He must have missed that pass, but here comes Redderer. Zach Wetstein, loving watching this in front of him. That's going to slow everybody up for him and make it easier for him to go around him. Christian, the coach, on the outside as well. Thomas Lee loves this. Keep doing that, guys.
Yeah, the more they run side by side, the more he can just pull away. I know he doesn't have any drafting help or anything like that, but it's allowing him to run his line so that he can keep that thing wound up and pull away.
All right, let's start sharing this thing. I want to have a over 50 at lap 46. We got to get people in here so they can witness one of the coolest and most amazing tributes you could give any driver, and especially here for Ray Cobb tonight. So let's get some viewers up in here and have them see what a tribute and what iRacing membership means to the guys. You know what I mean? Like, because the memberships or the friendships you make from this membership is amazing. About, what was it, 25 laps away, Josh?
About that, yeah. Going to be a lap 45.
15 laps away, 16 laps.
15, yes.
As we're working lap 30 now. Kinder back to the bumper of Thomas Lee, though. As Zach Wetsign goes around the outside of Redderer. Looks like he's going to clear Redderer off the corner. Paisley's truck really starting to fade. All that work on the bottom line really making that right rear and right front run off.
Yeah, like I said, that will really upset the truck as the run goes on, and it's really showing right there what it's done to him. It looks like both this 97 and the 97 and the 7 just hit pit road.
Yep, Redderer and Ray Page. Or I'm sorry, Jeff Paisley.
Yep.
Both of them getting 4 tires as well. And they're rolling. Back to the lead now. You can see they go 1 lap down on a green flag stop.
But those guys are going to blow by these guys in about 2 laps. Get that run lap back, and I imagine those front cars are going to see the tire difference right now. And got another one pitting right now, the 12 and the 24 are going to be pitting this time.
Josh, is that fuel? Are they pitting for fuel? Or are they just so worn on tires thinking about halfway?
I think these guys know that there's going to be a competition caution at lap 45. So these guys might need the fuel just to get there. So you might as well get on pit road now, get those tires, get that fuel.
Yeah, it looks like Heiner, Griffin.
Yeah, a bunch of cars, the 23, the 25, the 24, the 9.
Adcock,
The
Charlie
18's gonna be
Elmore,
going.
Mike Veith.
Yep, James McClendon just said he's going to be coming in this time.
Rich
Rupert,
Yeoman.
48's coming in. Looks like the rest of the back of the field's coming in right now. So,
Yep, they're all hitting pit road.
yep, Rupert, McClendon,
Our
the
leaders,
84.
our leader's not even thinking about it yet. From what you can tell. Paisley's starting to run him down, though, like you said, on those new tires. Here he comes. He's going to go right by Zach here.
You can see the speed difference from those new tires, too. So, as I said, a couple laps. The 4. Zach Wetstein's going to be pitting this time.
If he can get down, he had Redderer coming underneath of him. It looks like he's going to be able to get down now. The lead car's got people underneath of him. They should probably be clear by the time they hit 3 and 4. Let's see if all the 3 of the leaders come in here.
Just heard Josh Lokovitz saying he's going to be pitting here. Here comes Thomas Lee.
Yep, there comes all 3 of them.
Oh, Thomas Lee hit the commitment cone.
That's going to be a black flag, yeah, Josh?
It might be. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
I don't know if the hitting it is, but I know if he's speeding, if you had to lock him up, and that was why. It'll be 75 of Chuck Feltz is running. Getting off pit road there. See who wins off of pit road here. We'll see if the 51 gets held.
It looks like he got down to pit road speed.
Yep, he was rolling. He's rolling. All 3 of them are rolling. Christian, the coach, is with him as well. But look at, there's the speed difference. Those early laps, Paisley and Redderer are able to blow by the leaders. There they go, past him. But not going to be enough. These guys are going to get right back to him. So
For sure. And I know it doesn't seem like 5 laps might be that big of a difference, but it could come down to the end and be. Although these guys are going to be having a competition caution within the next 10 laps or so. So that'll mix things back up as it's like our current leaders, the 99 and the 91, are coming in the pit this time. Alex Veith on pit road right now as well.
Man, what a show these guys are putting on for Ray Cobb and his memorial. This is an amazing race so far. We've had 37 green flag laps with green flag pit stops and no incidents. This is great. Great racing. What a tribute to a great man.
You know, while those pit stops are going on, Elliot Longenecker was able to gain a couple more spots. He's up 21 spots right now.
Paisley and Rederer are kind of laying down laps that are pretty decent over Thomas Lee. Kinder and Wetstein, not so much. 40.33s on the last lap. They're about 2-3 tenths off. I think they're in conservation mode here, Josh, knowing there's a caution coming. Why not, right?
Smart thing to do, because if you could save those tires, you may not have to take tires on that competition caution. Just come in, get your fuel, and see what that does for you. Yep. Especially Zach being able to save tires the way he can. I think he's probably going to save these tires right here and not take them under that competition.
Although he just turned a 39.61. Maybe he was just getting her up to speed.
Thomas Lee just ran the fastest lap on track right now. Actually, the fastest lap of the race, a 39.557. And backs it up with a 39.541.
Oh, and he's coming for these guys now. He's on Rederer's bumper. He looks inside. Vroom, vroom.
While that's going on, man, McClendon just had a heck of a save coming off of turn 4. He got real loose. That truck was facing the inside of the inside wall, and he was able to save it, and pull away with it. It's kind of a showing towards the back right now. Some of these guys are really loose on this run. I don't know if it's just a new tire thing or these guys haven't had new tires for a while, so they kind of forgot what they feel like. But it's kind of crazy towards the back of the pack as we can see Jeff Paisley still pulling away here. Jeff and Thomas.
Well, Paisley's good early in the run and through the middle of the run, and then we saw him fade at the end of that run pretty bad. So I'm imagining he runs that right front off. So driving style, maybe a line. I'm not sure what the reason might be. Amber Adcock says, "Let's go, Aaron, number 23. Get on up there." Matt Knights, what's PD get you for your birthday, Eddie? Eddie's birthday ain't yet. Eddie's birthday ain't till April, buddy. And then Don Smeal says, Rederer and Betts running those Smeal racing design schemes. And who will win a new racing design for the hard charger tonight? Interesting. Bill Jeff Paisley and Thomas Lee fighting this thing out up front. And here comes Zach Wetstein now into the picture. He's caught Garrett Kinder.
Zach was the fastest car on the track that time by, so he's maybe he's not saving those tires. Maybe he's trying to make a run out of here.
Who didn't hit pit road? That's the question.
Everybody's hit pit road.
Everybody had to hit pit road. Who hit it the latest? It's like
Uh,
Wallace, Witt, and that's about it. Wallace in 16th, Witt in 20th. Those were the latest pit stop guys. So I wonder who's gonna take tires again during the caution. See,
Actually, Alex Meath, even though he's running in 31st right now, he's only got 6 laps in this stint. So looks like he was in pit road just after Wallace.
I gotcha. And here we go, lap 45. We're gonna bring him down to pace speed. These guys are gonna come to a stop on the front stretch. And Josh, if you could shout out to Charlie Elmore and just see if we can get him into the booth here with us.
Actually, don't see him anywheres
Uh,
on the.
yeah, that's why I'm saying if we can get him in here. All right, thanks to all the drivers for coming to a stop here on the front stretch. Tonight we have with us Charlie Elmore in the booth. He's going to say a prayer and some special words here for Ray Cobb. Charlie, the floor is yours.
I just didn't want to interrupt him. Yeah, he's talking just in the race server.
a man lay down his life for his friends. That says it all. Without a shadow of a doubt, Ray Cobb was ready to meet God. During Ray's 6-year tenure in service, he come in contact with some bad chemicals that would lead to his untimely death. Ray was fortunate, though. Ray knew he would leave us early. He knew beyond a shadow of a doubt he had time to get ready to meet God. So by the power of prayer, he indeed got himself ready to meet God. So on January 17th, 2021, Ray Cobb shredded his cancer-riddled, worn-out body, and he walked through the gates of heaven into his mansion which God had prepared. So let's not mourn Ray. Let's celebrate Ray. For he has finished the most important race, the race of life. I know as he sits in heaven watching this, he's smiling down at the trucks running around with his number 45 on it. I want to conclude with a Bible verse, and it comes from 1 Corinthians 2:9. Be as it's written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither entered into the heart of man the things which God has prepared for them that love him. If Ray was here, he would attest to that. Let us pray. Dear Father God, we come before you tonight in remembrance of our friend and brother Ray Cobb. We thank you for the time we got to spend with Ray on earth. We pray that you welcome him into your loving arms and into the heaven. We also pray for his mother Suzette, and his girlfriend Vicky. We pray that you help them find peace and comfort in this trying time in the days to come. Dear Father, I also want to pray for this league and what it's become. We'd like to send a special prayer out to Mike Araby, who also suffered the loss of his sister. I pray that each and every one of us find our way into your loving arms so we too can walk with Ray through eternal life. And lastly, Father God, we want to thank you for our service, men and women, both active and retired, and for our police, fire, and rescue. We pray that you watch over them as they protect us in this great nation we have all longed to cherish and love. In Jesus' name we ask this, and amen. Thank you.
Amen to that, and thank you, Charlie. Thomas, go ahead and leave us on out. We'll go to Tasha in just a sec.
Amen to that. Man, what an awesome tribute. We didn't catch most of that, unfortunately. Just a technical difficulty there. But from everything I heard, man, it brought some tears to my eyes. Josh, I don't know about you, but
Absolutely, and we got the important parts of that out on the broadcast, so it's a great tribute to a great man, and it's awesome to see what we're doing for this guy right here tonight.
now we will, I believe, see these guys throw down a 4-wide tribute, dirt track style, I believe.
I think they're going to get caught up, get their pit stops if they're going to do them, and then I believe they're going to get into a 4-wide formation. Yep, so they're just catching up the pace car right now. And then I believe they're going to be doing a couple of people are going to get some pit stops. They're talking about pit stops right now. So I imagine we're going to see a few pit stops here. And we'll continue to tribute Ray Cobb.
The 45 number has been retired here for the original Rebels Racing League as well, which is a man, what a tribute one driver could have from a group of drivers like this. Makes your heart warm.
It absolutely does. So we see most of the field coming to pit road right now. Get their tires in service and gonna be able to run to the end. It's also gonna shake up the standings a little bit too for that Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award. As we see, looks like Tia Swank staying out. Nope, I take that back. It was
Aaron Adcock. I think he's trying to get his lap back there.
Who it is. It was just showing him as the leader. That's why I was see him dropping back through the field now.
So they've got their service now. Looks like what, Lottridge is still there in front of him?
Yeah, Lottridge believe was a lap down.
Yeah, he was. He's gonna get the wave around here when they go to the 2 to go, I think. Tyler Rice, I'm with you, brother. I think that's why I love calling these guys race, man. These guys mean more to each other than you could imagine. It's a brotherhood, it's a family, it's everything, man. That's why the racing is so good. That's why the respect amongst drivers is so good. And, man, that's why I try to race with them whenever I can. If I'm not up here broadcasting, I'm racing with these guys because, tell you what, it is a great organization. And just as Robbie said, it says a lot about the organization, the tribute that they put on for him there.
So it looks like these guys are lining up 2 by 2 as I believe they've received the 1 lap to green. I see a couple wave rounds going around here, so yep, I'm looking at right now the lights on the pace truck are off.
Looks like we're about to go back racing. Zach Watstein on the outside of Garrett Kinder. Christian the coach Dedman in that 3rd spot. Kinder to the green flag.
Zach's right where he wants to be on that outside line.
Sure is. And there goes Kinder. Kinder with a decent little jump on Zach. He might be able to clear up here. He was clear for a split second. We'll see if he can get up there through the gears. Yep, he's there. Dedman underneath now.
Also the 15 of Chris McLean trying to make something happen here. I haven't really seen Chris McLean up towards the front tonight, but he's moved up to the 3rd spot.
Dedman and him get together.
Oh!
Ooh, lots of people are getting caught up here. That's going to bring in our first wreckage replay here in the memory of Ray Cobb 45. This kind of goes back about a half a lap here. And you're going to see Christian, the coach, go down on the inside, but he's going to get kind of pinched down by the 15. Getting forced down way lower than he wants to go. A little bit of net code maybe. And then who do we start collecting? So we got Paisley a little bit there. Got the 17 now of Josh Oswald. 35 machine.
You see the 40 of Eddie Morris just going down to the grass. He
18.
gets through there.
Chris Heiner does a wheelie into the wall. Yeoman a little bit of the wall. Man, who's that sneaking through there in the 20? I want to watch his in-car because that was wild.
That's Charlie Elmore in the 20.
Charlie Elmore. I think that Ray Cobb might have been with you right there, buddy. Let's go back and see.
Wow. What a job driving through that right there.
Way to get it woed up. Like a couple of guys are blowing up here. Let's go ahead and look at what Eddie did. You can see there on the bottom left of Eddie's bumper a nice little tribute sticker to Ray Cobb. Said Eddie got through that thing unscathed as well.
Yeah, he took it right down to the grass here.
No contact, no contact, no contact.
Heck of a piece of driving right there too.
Wasn't it? And man, if Matt Knights ain't watching this, that was a pucker moment, Matt. We need that pucker emoji still.
Little pucker factor Zulu right there.
Redder, beat up truck. We're about to go back green flag racing here already, Josh. Kinder at the front. Second caution. 23 laps to go.
Zach's back there on the outside too. I expect him to make hay while the sun shines out on that high side because we know how much he likes it up there.
All right, Rebels. Let's get this thing going. We need some dealers. Let's go. This is going to be a great finish. 23 laps to go. Start sharing this thing with your friends and fam. Get them in here. Get over 50 so I can steal out some money. I want to give it away. We're up to 21. We've hit 28, I think, at the highest point tonight. Let's get over 50. Let's do this. Here we go. Garrett Kinder to the green flag. Another decent restart, but man, Zach Wetzine getting a huge push from the 51, and then he dumps him for that inside line. Let's see if he sneaks up underneath Zach here through the corner. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get there.
Yeah, and Zach's got that great run on the outside. He diamonds it down a little bit, and he's got a great run on Garrett Kinder now as he's coming down the backstretch. He's going to dip down below him here, I believe, as they go in the third. Now he's going to back off a little bit. I thought he was going to take the run, but he thought better of it.
Thanks, Amber, for sharing. We appreciate it. You know it. Edmund.
William Grip.
Kinder holding him back. Zach Wetstein all over that bumper, though.
And William Griffith has put a major block down on Josh Oswald, who currently in that 17 truck is our hard charger tonight. He's up 22 spots right now.
And he's flying right now.
We see Zach getting right up to the back bumper of Kinder, but not really doing anything, not really pushing him, just backing off as they come down the backstretch.
Eddie Morris up to 8th now. He just went under Paisley. We got that 17 machine of Oswald just clearing for 5th. He's looking at William Griffith now.
And you can see the huge run that Zach gets down the backstretch right here.
Ooh, Eddie Morris into the outside wall. That's going to shake him up behind him. There's fan out to dodge him. They're able to get around him, though. Kinder still holding off Zach Wetstein.
I think Zach's just kind of setting him up right now. It looks like he's just kind of riding, not really making any big moves, not really showing his hand. He gets a run, and then he just kind of backs off.
Conservation is key.
But you see how far he falls off of him getting into the corner. Then he comes down the backstretch, and he gets right on the back bumper. But he doesn't do anything.
And he is
So
there.
Time, yeah, I was gonna say, looks like this time he might try behind him here, up here.
Dan Witt now looking underneath behind Jeff Paisley. I don't want to leave the front here, but man, those guys are racing for every position on the track right now. Witt to the inside. You can see him there in that red truck just back of the screen. He's going to clear into 7th. 8th. Make it 8th. He's going to start setting his sights now on Jeff Paisley.
And Zach's got to do something soon because Thomas Lee is now starting to be all over his back bumper because he's getting pressure from William Griffith back there. And William's getting a little bit of pressure from Josh Oswald. And Lokovitz is right there too. So 5th and 6th, you got the Josh and Josh show kind of showing up here.
Watch out for Witt. Witt is coming. He's underneath Paisley.
Contact. 17 in the wall.
He's going to clear down. We might stay green here. We do stay green.
Yellow is out.
Yellow is out now.
Man, that's too bad for Josh Oswald right there. He was sitting in the Ray Cobb hard charger spot.
He pulled a Eddie Morris, just clapped that outside wall, huh?
Well, he got a little bit of help there. It looks
All
like
right.
he got pushed up.
Well, let's go back and look at it. Looks like the 12 pushes up the hill a bit there. Getting a little tight. And like you said, help into that outside wall. And it's going to come around on him. That's a tough break for the 17 and he had a great run going like you were saying. And Redder got lucky.
Yeah, and it's just a tough break for him who's having such a great run, but looks like everybody's in pit lane right now. Zach Wetstein on pit lane. First car to come to pit lane.
That 17's also there too. Let's see if we can get that damage fixed from clapping the outside wall there.
I know they do have one reset. He's probably going to use that right now, but
Eddie Morris's right side all beat up from when he got into the wall earlier in that run. Might want to think about hitting pit road here if he's got a reset. 15 laps to go. Time to send it. D Wright's watching. What's up, D Wright? That's my brother. New to iRacing. He's going to be running tomorrow night when we call that race on iRacing Oval Series ARCA. So check us out tomorrow night on that. It's going to be me and Dustin Dean in the booth. And Amber says, my favorite announcers, thanks for doing what y'all do. So thanks, Josh, for coming out and hanging out with me.
appreciate it. I miss being here. Miss being up in the booth. So glad to be back up here in the booth. And, you know, I'm excited to see how this race is going to finish out right now because we got some mixed tire strategy going on right now. You've got Garrett Kinder, Thomas Lee, William Griffith, Tia Swank, all on 13-lap tires. Deadman on 10-lap tires. Eddie Morris 14. And then from 12th on back, everybody's on freshies.
So they just hit pit road here, so when they cross the stripe, you'll see the update on the ticker. And you'll see that little blue line start popping up as it goes by. And those are all your guys that are on the fresh tires. From, like Josh said, 12 on back. So Zach Wetstein going to be on freshies. So I think I see Eddie's strategy here. Hang on to a pair. Kinder and all those guys. They're counting on one more, maybe one more caution. Or 14 laps, not so bad. Eddie's, you know, good position. Deadman's in a decent position as well. Deadman and Heiner both are in decent spots with only 10 laps on the tires.
Well, we go back to green. I think those 15-lap tires are going to be sitting ducks. I really do. I think that might be the race-winning move for Zach Wetstein coming in and getting those tires.
I don't know,
yeah,
Josh. You gotta think. Hold on. At least 4 to 6 laps of caution laps out of those numbers there. So it's not that many laps.
I still think it's the right move. I really do.
Well, we're about to find out.
I'd say within 6 laps he's going to be up there chatting for the lead.
All right. Kinder. Just been saying that all night. Kinder and Lee to the front here. And they're gone.
Tell you what, those guys in the back that took tires, they're just hoping this thing stays green. That's their only hope.
So you look back from the rear end of Garrett Kinder, and you can see the memory of Ray Cobb there on the ride. That's an awesome, awesome spot for that. Didn't even know it was there, but I'll tell you what, it is only fitting as Kinder drives away from Thomas Lee a little bit through the middle of turns 3 and 4.
Everybody's kind of staying tight right now, but
you can see in that rear view, you see Zach Wetstein. He's making his way. He's only what, 6 cars back right now.
Yep, he's moved up to the 7th spot and he's flying right now. So here comes Zach now, trying to make that high side work. He's already moved up into the 7th spot, and what did I say, about 5-6 laps He'd be up there battling for the lead.
Oh, he little wall scrape there. Way down on the yellow line. It's scary down there. What a wheelman, man. That's no momentum here though. No draft.
No, they were just 3 wide there too, with Christian Deadman and Tia Swank, but Zach's still trying to make that bottom line work.
Deadman to the inside now, the 12.
They got some lap traffic here they're going to have to compete with.
Oh, Deadman! The 12 upside down.
Big wreck. That's going to bring up our wreckage rewind. Man, what a wild ride. At 12 of William Griffith just took.
Yeah, not a pretty sight for him at all. All right, here we go. Gonna see a little bit of contact here between Deadman and the 12 machine of Griffith. And he's just sliding on his top. Got a couple more guys. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. He's a spinning top. Something else happened behind this. This is where they're trying to scatter from it. The 8 just turns left, collects Adcock into the inside wall. That's going to really hurt his race. He had a good showing going. Oh, he got clipped by the 8 as well. The 12 did.
Yeah, I think Deadman just didn't know that they were still 3 wide.
Yep, I think that's the case. And the 12 had to go left a little bit, and there's just no room for it. All right, Josh, who's hitting pit road? Anybody?
The 8, the 15, the 48. Let's see who else is on pit road right now.
Like Eddie Morris hit pit road. He got the new freshie. Oh, yeah, he's got all that right side damage is now fixed, looks like.
Yep. The 75 of Feltz is coming off pit road.
Buscemi was caught in that. Adcock. I don't know if he got to pit road or not yet. It looks like he did. I don't see any damage on that, do you?
No, I don't.
Yeah, that front edge all fixed. The Blue Lives Matter machine. All right, Josh. Who is our biggest mover right now? There's some really close ones.
Yeah, Elliot Longenecker right now up 28 spots in the 6th position. Jason Lotridge up 24 spots, sitting in 7th. T.S. Wank up 21 spots, sitting in 4th. So, yeah, those are our 3 biggest movers right now. We can only have one Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award, and right now, Elliot Longenecker is sitting in that spot.
All right, we're getting close to that 50 mark. We're at 30. If you're watching this broadcast, share it. Let's go. Let's get it over 50. We'll pay out $5 to the Hardest Charger, the Ray Cobb Hardest Charger Award. Let's go. Get it up there.
Brett Rediver just came across and said, well, I'm in the garage watching this race with you guys now, so tough night for him.
Tough luck
Richie
there.
Richie Oman just jumped on here and is watching with us as well.
Welcome to the broadcast, Rich.
as we're gonna have just 6 laps to decide this when we go back green here. And Zach is already up to the 3rd spot.
Zach's not messing around. There ain't no more saving tires. No more. He's about to go for the lead here, and he's about to try to hold the lead for the rest of the race. Now, the only thing that's going to cost Zach this win is a mistake on his own part, or maybe another caution. So here we go. They come out of turn 4. Kinder gets a decent jump again. Thomas Lee looking to get down. Doesn't want to cut in front of Zach, but he gets down in front of him.
I don't think we're gonna see Zach lift as much as he did that last run when he was right there on people's back bumper.
No, sir. Oh, the 51's into the outside wall. He's keeping it straight, though. We're still rolling.
So now Zach's gonna set his eyes on that 76 machine. We have just 5 laps to go.
Watch out for Dan Witt. He's about to take it 3 wide here, that second row back. He's looking to get to the front. He's on a rail right now, as he's under Heiner going into turns 1 and 2. They double it up. They're not 3 wide anymore. Heiner up the track, Witt underneath. Kinder still holding off Zach Wettstein. Can Garrett Kinder hold him off?
You see that 5 truck back there too. That's our hard charge right now, Elliot Longenecker.
Dan Witt up to 3rd. He might join the party here, Josh, if he can get clear.
Yeah. Oh, we got spin.
Not what Zach Wettstein wanted to see. Yep, there is a spin on track.
Yellow is that? Oh, big more. Oh, they're more involved. Big wreck in turn 1. We had 2 separate wrecks there.
All right.
3 separate. We had 3 separate wrecks right there.
Well,
We had one that started in the tri-oval. We had one that happened in turns 1 and 2, and then another one that happened in the tri-oval. So we got a little bit of sorting out to do here.
all right. Think this first one starts with a little bit of looseness. We'll see. All right, here we go. Watch that purple truck there through the middle of the corner. Gets a little loose down onto the apron. He's saving it. That's going to stack people up behind him. They kind of sort it out. And they go 4 wide. It doesn't work. Adcock into the outside wall. Back across the track goes Griffith. He's going to get collected. And then they're wrecking in front of him, too. So let's go ahead and see what happened with Alex Veith and them now, too. That was back. Alex was actually at the back there. Here's the second crash. This is the McClendon crash. Looks like somebody went across the infield and came back. Did they come back across the track, Josh?
I don't know what it looked like right there.
Oh, no. There's like 2 guys that go scattering even in front of them. Let's see if we can figure out where those guys were. This one. So this is the first one of the 3. There's 3 separate wrecks here. So here's the first one. People are dodging him. Ooh, Eddie hit him too.
And there it was 4 wide. And then behind all this in the tri-oval,
That one, right? Beef and Griffith.
I think that's going to end Griffith's night right there.
Definitely ends, or maybe not end, but Veith has got some damage. He's got to get repairs done.
You know what this is going to set up, Joe?
A green-white checker.
Yeah, we'll have 2 attempts at a green-white checker. Looks like we're going to have our first in just a moment.
Like Aaron Adcock had some bad luck there. So did Eddie Morris, getting into that late part of that crash. Alex Veith, William Griffith, James McClendon.
Well, it sounds like we should talk about who wasn't involved in that.
No doubt. Well, Garrett Kinder wasn't. Tia Swank wasn't. Dan Witt is flying right now. Watch Dan Witt on this restart. It might be a doozy. He was letting it all hang out there on that bottom side. We'll see what he's got for the leaders. Jason Warren says it's winning time. I agree with you. It is time to go. This is where it gets a little crazy. And Longenecker, 29 positions up, still in the 5th spot. Is that what you're going to say?
That was exactly what I was going to say.
Sorry. Stole your thunder.
You did. Well, I was saying these hard chargers today have been right around all the wrecks. So with a green-white checker here, Longenecker's got to be careful.
Yep, and he needs to share 30 more times so he can get that $5. Here we go.
Zach on the outside where he wants to be, I'm sure.
Ender gets a decent start. He's going to be able to clear up. That's what he wanted. As they wheel through the gears, they're hitting 4th gear as they enter, usually. Turns 1 and 2. Look at Witt. Look at Witt. To the inside of Zach Morris. Zach Wetstein. Oh, man. Here he comes. He is not playing around, Josh. He's going straight to the lead. Dan Witt saw the opportunity, and he's going to go for it here. Can he complete the slide job here? He's got to get up. Oh, he didn't go up. That's going to cost him. As Zach's leaning on Garrett Kinder.
White flag in the air.
Kinder back to the point. Kinder through the middle of the corner. Dan Witt underneath Zach Wetstein.
Zach's got that big run off that high side, though. And he's got the draft.
Man, Dan Witt's about to send it. He's got to. There's only hope here coming off the corner. Hopefully Garrett Kinder gets a little loose. He's going to get under Wetstein. What does he got? They're wrecking behind him.
Big wreck behind. To the stripe.
Kinder. Witt. Wetstein. That's your top 3.
Car's flying through the Oh, my goodness.
Longenecker got caught up in it, Josh.
He did. It's going to put Brandon Wallace.
Brandon Wallace is going to come from the back. 27 positions. He's going to find himself with the inaugural Ray Cobb Hard Charger Award. We could get all top 3 players in the top 3 in the booth as well as Brandon Wallace. That would be appreciated. Let's watch Garrett Kinder burn it down.
Man, I'm glad this is virtual racing because Tia Swank just took the same hit that Denny Hamlin took when he broke his back. coming down the back off turn 4 there. So, man, that was a hard wreck there at the end for a bunch of trucks.
Man, Garrett Kinder knows how to do a burnout, huh?
Yes, he does.
I love it. Currently waiting on the drivers to exit their cars so we can get interviews with them and get them here in the waiting room. I'm going to pull Zach Wetstein, our third place finisher, up into the booth. Zach, Joe, and Josh in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I copy.
All right, well, we talked to you last night. You had a lot of screen time tonight, man, coming from the back to the front. Almost getting yourself into that lead there. Garrett Kinder holding you off, but Dan Witt spoiling the party a little bit there, right?
Yeah, so that last restart, me and Garrett were pretty focused on getting a Reaper 1-2. I was just going to try to hold off the best because I knew that if we raced side by side for the lead, that, people would catch us and we'd end up probably not even finishing 1-2. Dan Witt tried to make it interesting, and he did. But luckily, me and Garrett were able to stay connected. I was able to push him past Dan Witt, and we were able to get a 1-3 at least.
So, Zach, me and Joe had a little discussion towards the end of the race there. I said tires were going to be a big deal with just 15 laps to go. Was tires really that much of a premium towards the end there?
I mean, I noticed. I can't say that it did because the draft is such an important key. That first run, me and my teammates ran 35 laps, and I was at 49, and Garrett Kinder was at 61, and I was only 3/10 behind him. So the draft really meant everything tonight. And I could have stayed out, but I just thought, you know what, I'll try something new, and I think I finished the same position I pit from, so I'll take it. And Garrett Kinder won, so we got another Reaper guy in the playoffs, and I'm happy.
So another quick one for you, Zach. I know tonight's race is super special for a lot of these guys as we dedicated it to Ray Cobb. And you have anything that you can tell us about Ray Cobb or a special story or something you know about him that you'd like to share?
I didn't really know him that personally, but I did get to, broadcast him whenever he raced. And I mean, he was sick and he was still able to get on iRacing and get on track with us. So, I mean, it took guts to even do that with, having cancer and racing is not easy thing to do at the same time. So, not really many personal stories, but from what I heard and from what I experienced throughout the league, he was a great guy.
Awesome, man. Well, anybody you want to thank other than Reaper Racing?
Well, yeah, Reaper Racing, Matt Geis putting on the league, all the admins that put everything together week by week. And then you guys for broadcasting. And, well, lastly, Ray Cobb and his family.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for putting on a great show tonight, and we'll see you again next week, Zach.
All right, thanks, man. See ya.
Dan Witt coming home second. You got Joe and Josh in the booth. You got us.
Hey, how you guys doing?
So Dan, man, I was watching you come through the field there in that last green flag stint. Then we get the yellow. I'm like, Josh, even in the broadcast, I said, Josh, you got to watch this guy. He's coming. And man, you sent it on that first green flag lap. And I thought you were going to, I actually think you were clear of Kinder at one point. You might have been able to do a little slide job up in front of him. but you chose to stay on that low lane. You end up coming home second. Anything you could do different?
No, I didn't want to take him out or me, and I had nobody to push me, so I thought I just got to hang on, and maybe the guy would tuck down behind me, but I'm okay. I'm happy with second. I fell way too far back at the beginning of the race, trying to conserve too much, and then it took a lot to get back up to the front.
Yeah, I was talking to Zach just a minute ago, and I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked him. I noticed that you also came in and pit with about 15 to go, 17 to go. Did the tires really make that much of a difference coming down to the end there?
Yes, to stick it down on the bottom and hold that line, yes. And that's where I could make up a lot of ground. Even with old tires, the bottom helped, but you had to brake a little bit.
Awesome. Well, great finish, Dan. I see you run a pretty basic red paint scheme. You got any sponsors for that thing yet?
No, just I call it Big Red. So
All right.
that's the only way I run it. One of these days, I'll figure out how to paint it someday.
Just ask Josh; he'll do it for you. And then that's what I do. That's why I said it. But so Dan, anybody you want to thank here? I know it's a special night here with the memorial race for Ray Cobb.
Yeah, it was a very touching event. I'm pretty new here, so I'm still learning things, and I appreciate you guys being here and Matt and everybody putting on this show. It's a great group of guys.
Awesome, Dan. Well, hopefully we'll see you next week up here in the top 3. Hopefully you'll come home with that first place.
Thanks, working on it.
All right, man. Last but certainly, what the heck? Last but certainly not least, we got Garrett Kinder in the booth. Garrett, you got him?
Hello, you got me?
Yep, we got you, Garrett.
Okay.
All right. So it's Joe and Josh in the booth. So, man, what a race. Most of the night you were starting in first place, and you were getting some great restarts and holding off Zach. I know Zach's a teammate, but it looked like he was trying to get by you at some points here.
There was a couple times where he had some pretty good runs. Man, everybody at Reaper Racing, we worked really well together. We were communicating the whole time. I couldn't done without that push there at the end on the back stretch man, he launched me into 3 and 4. I don't know how fast I was going, and I didn't think I had the tires to hold it on the high line over wet, but thank God it stuck, because that's the run that kind of put me up there.
Yeah, I know. I was talking to both Zach and Dan. They had much newer tires than you, about 15, 17 laps newer tires than you. And surprised you were able to hold them both off there. Was the strategy to stay out the whole time?
Once we made that first decision to stay out, and then about 7 laps later, the caution came out, I realized that, hey, the bed's pretty much been made. I got to lay in it now and just send it and see what happens. So luckily during the first 15 laps on those tires, I wasn't pushing as hard as I could. I was doing a little bit of saving. Of course, running up front and saving is very difficult because these guys, the draft here is amazing. Guys getting some huge runs on you, and you're just kind of playing the middle line here and hoping that they either go low or high, and you can get a better run off them on the stretches.
Yeah, it was an awesome run all the way through. Obviously, Reaper Racing is your sponsor and your team, but anybody else you want to thank?
Oh, absolutely. Give a shout out to the team I run with, other than in the truck series over at Full Send, and their technical alliance with Big Fish. Some heck of some great guys over there. Also got to get a shout out to Mother Nature, because as it so happened, as soon as I exited the session, big lightning bolt hit and knocked my power out. So I'm doing this interview over the phone right now.
Oh, wow. Well,
so pretty lucky there. I also want to give a shout out to Matt and everybody over at Original Rebels. Man, these guys are great. Also want to send thoughts and condolences to the family of Ray Cobb and anybody that was close with him here in Rebels itself. I got to race with him, I think, a couple times. And from what I remember, just a class act all the way. 100% good guy. So thoughts and prayers out to his family. And, of course, thank you all for putting on a good broadcast for us. And, Josh, it's good to see you back in the booth, brother.
Hey,
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm feeling much better. So glad to be back up here.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, Garrett, we'll take care. Hopefully we'll see you again up in the top 3 next week.
10-4.
All right, that about rounds it out there, Josh. A memorial race for Ray Cobb and his family. We hopefully we've got the word out, and maybe we got some donations there over to Matt Geist that he can then forward on to the Cobb family. Awesome race, though, man. Wow. We had everything.
Yeah, incredible race. I really thought they were going to try to take it 3 wide there at the end to prove you wrong, saying these trucks can run 3 wide there for the finish. But with Zach trying to help his teammate there, I could see why he did what he did. And yeah, just a great race overall, nice and clean. Had a couple wrecks there, but overall, just a fantastic race. And glad to be back up here in the booth. It's I missed it. I really did.
You know it. Well, for Intensity Broadcasting, I'm Joe Wright. I've been joined tonight by Josh Hall. Rest in peace, Ray Cobb, and condolences to his family from all of us here at Intensity Broadcasting. For Intensity Broadcasting and Atlee, man, we